Hey you want your mind blown? Here, come on down this rabbit hole with me for a minute. And I promise, it'll be worth it. So, the first thing I want to do is ask you a question, and I want you to think really hard. What does Biff, Michael John Fox, John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph, who travels from server to server across the serververse, the Flash series by Geoff Johns, the original Flash, John Wesley Shipp, Johnny Blaze, the Ghost Rider, John Wick, John Oldman, who claimed to be more than 14,000 years old, John Connor in the Terminator series, John Titor, John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle who worked for the CIA and recovered all of Nikola Tesla's artifacts, John Carter, John Anderton, John Spartan from Demolition Men, Johnny Cage, who was Earth's chosen one to go off into another universe and fight in Mortal Kombat, Johnny Mnemonic, Johnny Smith from the Dead Zone, John Constantine, known as Hellblazer, and last but not least, Dr. Manhattan, known as John Osterman, who became a blue-skinned guy who was able to be anywhere at any point in time. If you were going to say that they all carry the John name, no, that's not what I was going to say at all. But rather, each one of those characters I named for you is a character who was able to cross different dimensions or was given a future knowledge of things that are to come. It's like John in the Bible, who was given visions of the future and things that are to come. And by the way, Donald John Trump is not named John in only one of his names, but also his alter egos. Donald John Trump also goes by John Barron and John Miller and David Dennison. Well, let me touch base on this here. A lot of people have made videos about Barron Trump's marvelous underground journey that was made in 1893 and part of a 3-part series, and also the same author wrote the book called The Last President, about a president with 2 political campaigns. But in this one, everybody wants to focus on Barron Trump, but they forget that Barron Trump is led by the mentor and master himself to a world within a world by a man named Don, which is short for Don Constantino, like I was telling you about John Constantino earlier. And in this book, he lives at Castle Trump, which, fun fact, was a real thing in 1985 called Trump's Castle, which has been renamed to Trump Marina. And I tell you, this doesn't help the case whatsoever. Watch this.
We have a lot of time. You know what? It's a day. In Trump time, a day, you know what it is? That's an eternity.
Sounds to me like he's comparing himself to some biblical character that also says one day is like 1,000 years. But hey, that's just my opinion. But let me tell you this. Am I saying I believe in time travel? Well, I believe the Bible. And I do know that there were people given visions of the past, the present, and the future from beginning to the very end of that book. And for you to doubt it now, that's a lot of other stuff you have to doubt as well. So just keep all that in mind as you have a good day today.